The night is a great time to shoot buildings and structures illuminated by colorful artificial light. Unfortunately though, while these types of scenes look great to our eyes, the limitations of the camera make it a challenge to capture what our eyes actually see. In those cases, HDR bracket capture might offer a better solution and give better dynamic range than any single shot. In this video, I'm going to show you how to do just that. Capture better night images with HDR bracket merging. The first step is to shoot each bracket with a low ISO. One important thing to note about the iPhone is because of its tiny sensor, iPhone cameras are very noisy in less than ideal brightness. Here is an example of a night HDR shot with a high ISO, which is the default setting of the iPhone in dim light. Notice the presence of ugly grain. By the way, you might see examples of clean night images, but all of these are heavily denoised, which removes a lot of detail. The solution to this problem is to shoot with the lowest ISO possible. While it's true that you can set the ISO manually using a manual camera app, to save time, I'll be capturing the brackets automatically with our partner app, AuraHDR Camera, which has recently been updated to version 7. As a bonus, with the purchase of AuraHDR Camera, you help support this channel and keep the videos coming. AuraHDR has a special mode called HQ Bracket. HQ stands for High Quality, which ensures that every bracket is captured at the lowest ISO possible. To use it, I'll click HQ Bracket Capture. You can choose either JPEG or RAW, whichever you prefer. I'll take the shot. AuraHDR captures the brackets at various exposures and saves each bracket into the photo library. One last thing to note when shooting at night is it is best to mount the iPhone on a tripod or at least brace the phone. For this scene, I have the camera braced to a tree. Why is that so? Well, when shooting with a low ISO, the camera will lengthen the exposure time to get a proper exposure. Coupled with the fact that we are shooting multiple shots in bracket capture, the longer capture time will very likely introduce camera shake, bracket misalignment, and other problems which are very difficult for the HDR editor to correct and will definitely affect image quality negatively. As such, I highly recommend to use a tripod or at least brace the iPhone when the light is low. Once the capture is done, I'll transfer the brackets to the desktop. Next, I'll merge the images with Luminar Neo. There, the brackets are merged. Let's view the results. Here is the single image. Here is the HDR merged image. Single image. Here is the HDR merged image. As you can see, it's a big difference. The merged shot, despite being shot in low light, is devoid of ugly noise while showing better color and detail than the single shot. A great job by Luminar Neo. So those are some tips to get high quality HDR bracket images at night. I hope this video was helpful. If you know of any other tips to improve HDR shooting with your iPhone, write it down in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And don't forget to support this channel by getting the AuraHDR Camera app on the Apple App Store. It's the best camera app for computational photography. I'll see you in the next video.